Wondering what the motto of my videos is and how natural psychedelics can help with spiritual awakening. Today, we will explore their effect on spiritual awakening and consciousness. Many believe that these substances open doors to deeper spiritual knowledge. They can dissolve the ego, cultivating a sense of oneness. Start exploring and see where your spiritual journey leads. So let's talk about these issues. First, what is most important in life? What is my personal motto? These are valid questions and will probably get different answers from everyone. But for me, the most important thing is to live with awareness, to be fully present and alert in each moment, to see reality as it is, without the distortions of ego and mind. This does not mean that we should completely reject the ego. The ego, our sense of identity, serves a purpose. It allows us to function in society, to relate to others, but it shouldn't define us. We must recognize that inside we are more than our thoughts, beliefs, and roles. We are the pure consciousness that illuminates all experiences. So my motto would be something like this: live with awareness, but don't neglect your human side. Find the balance between the infinite and the finite, the absolute and the relative, because only through this balance can we live a truly complete life. Now, regarding the second part of the question, psychedelics in the context of spiritual seeking, it is an interesting and complex subject. Hallucinogens have a long history of use in spiritual and religious contexts, and many report profound experiences with these substances, experiences of dissolved boundaries, unity, and transcendence of the ordinary sense of self. From a spiritual perspective, one could say that hallucinogens have the potential to give us a direct taste of reality beyond our ordinary perceptions, and to show us the unity behind the appearance of separation. They can serve as a kind of window into the ultimate and limitless truth of existence. However, it is important to remember that while introspection may offer us a glimpse of this truth, they are no substitute for consistent, dedicated spiritual practice. Incorporating the insights of these experiences into our daily lives, truly living from a place of knowledge and awareness, requires constant effort and self-inquiry. In addition, the use of entheogens carries with it significant risks and challenges. These substances can be unpredictable, and the experiences they cause can be difficult to integrate. In some cases, they can even lead to psychological distress or disorganization. Therefore, while I recognize the potential value of entheogens in the context of spiritual research, I believe that they should be approached with great care and respect. They are not for everyone, and they are certainly not shortcuts to true spiritual growth, which requires consistent inner work. Ultimately, the journey to self-awareness is unique to everyone. We all have to find the path that works best for us. For some, entheogens can be a powerful tool in this quest. For others, simpler practices like meditation, inquiry, and mindfulness may be sufficient. The key, I think, is to approach our spiritual growth with honesty, curiosity, and humility. To be open to the wonder and mystery of existence, but also realistic about what real transformation requires. Ultimately, truth is not found in some substance or experience, but within us. Whatever brings us more directly into contact with this truth, that helps us to awaken from illusion and recognize our essential nature, that is most valuable. Let's look a little deeper at the role that entheogens can play in spiritual awakening. Many who have experimented with psychedelics report experiences that seem to transcend the normal limits of perception and sense of self. They can feel that they have access to a reality beyond the ordinary, to a state of unity and interconnectedness that is usually obscured by ego structures. In this sense, entheogens can indeed serve as a wake-up call, showing that the way we usually perceive ourselves and the world is limited. That is, it is a kind of dream or illusion. They can give us a glimpse of what might lie beyond this limited perception, open a kind of door to the absolute. So for some, experiences with introspection can work akin to a spontaneous kundalini or other mystical experience. It can be the trigger that puts someone on the spiritual path, that gives them a sense that there is more to discover. However, the path of spiritual knowledge holds that while these experiences may be valuable and revelatory, they are not the same thing as true spiritual awakening as presented in this channel. On the path of knowledge and inquiry, the emphasis is not so much on particular psychedelic or mystical experiences or states of consciousness, as on the recognition of the fundamental nature of self and reality, which are always already here. In this regard, while introspective or other mystical experiences may give us a temporary glimpse of this fundamental nature, they are no substitute for a solid awareness of who and what we really are. This realization does not depend on specific experiences. It is the basic truth of existence, always available to us if we turn to it. In other words, while the internals may temporarily awaken us from the dream of the ego, the real awakening occurs when we recognize that we were never really asleep, that our true nature is always awake and always conscious. It is the realization that, despite our temporary experiences and perceptions, we are actually the pure awareness within which emerges the whole dream of life. This realization, this direct knowledge of our true nature, is the real awakening. And while experiences with introspective or other spiritual practices may show us a glimmer of this truth, they cannot replace it. Ultimately, there is no substitute for the steady, committed search for truth, for the willingness to look within, ask questions, challenge our assumptions, and open up to a deeper reality. This kind of inquiry, this self-seeking, is at the heart of spiritual awakening through the path of knowledge and inquiry. So let's appreciate the powerful value of such experiences, that they can show us what might lie beyond the usual way we see things. Let's use them as a source of inspiration and a trigger for deeper investigation. But let's also put them in their proper perspective. The real work of awakening is done here and now, in the ordinary flow of our lives. It happens every time we stop, look inward, bring curiosity, and bring mindfulness into our experience. For it is in these everyday moments that we have the opportunity to recognize the truth that is always already here, the truth of our essential nature, beyond any experience or state of mind. So let's keep exploring, wondering, and searching with an open heart and mind. Because after all, this is the journey of life, the journey of discovering who and what we really are. I want to thank you truly and sincerely for being with me on this journey. The path of awakening and liberation is not always easy. This process of awakening is the greatest gift we can give ourselves and the world. It's the trip of a lifetime. It requires courage, honesty, and dedication. It requires a willingness to question our deepest assumptions about who and what we are. If you learned something from the video and want to help my channel, please like it and leave a comment. It will make a huge difference because YouTube's algorithm promotes content with likes and comments. If you share this video, you will put many on the path to self-knowledge, and if you subscribe, you will connect with other spiritual seekers. Thanks for watching the video, created by Elias Stasinos.